Hello and welcome to the 60 Days to Hire Network. We'll get started here in about 3 minutes. Today we're going to talk about your job being your new part-time job. Got a couple things squared away here. We'll get started here in about 2 minutes. Welcome. As usual, the 60 Days to Hire Network is free through April of 2026. If you have a friend that just hates their job or you think they're going to be looking for something sometime soon, go ahead and share this recording with them. Share the link. Let them know it's okay. We're going to help them find something new, something that's going to pay well and make them happy. We're going to do it quickly. About 1 minute, we'll go ahead and get started. All right. It is straight up top of the hour. Welcome to the 60 Days to Hire Network weekly live session. My name is Jason Small here, and tonight we're going to talk about how you can turn your job search into your new part-time job. Here's what I mean. Most of the time when we start looking for a job, we only start the job search when we're angry or we're just trying to find a way to kill some time. No joke, and you know this has probably happened. You step away from your desk and you go to the water cooler, the restroom, you pull out your phone and you just start scrolling and you're hitting the apply button. Oh yeah, there's a job. Yeah, I'll apply. Hey, I'll apply. Look, that's not really applying with intention. That's just applying because you're trying to find a way to kill some time. I've done it. I'd lay in bed at night and sit there till 11, 12 o'clock, 1 in the morning, just scrolling and hitting the apply button. But when you just hit the apply button, I know it's easy. Think about how many other people are doing the same thing as you. There's a whole bunch. So what I want you to do is really think about what it could look like if you gave your job search the due intention that it deserved. Here's what I mean. Think about how much time you are willing to commit each week to looking for your job without distractions. Is it an hour? Is it 5 hours, 10, 40? It's entirely up to you. But I want you to commit that time on a calendar of some kind. You can maybe use one that's on your phone. You can use one that's on your computer. You can even pull out a day planner and write it down. Let's just say you're going to give yourself an hour a day, every day, 7 days a week. That's 7 hours. Think about it. That's almost a full work day. You're going to get results when you do that. But I want you to stand firm on that hour. Don't say, oh, I'll just do this hour later on. If you put down from 1 till 2 o'clock, you do it. You don't go to a movie. You don't go grab a cup of coffee. You don't mow the lawn. You spend that hour focusing on your job search. Now, here's the next step. That doesn't necessarily mean going through job boards and just scrolling and hitting apply, because then you're just doing the same thing you did and you were laying there at 10 o'clock at night. No. Instead, I want you to start off by thinking about the types of businesses that you want to work with. Do you want to be, say, a graphic designer? Well, let's start researching specific companies that need graphic designers. Maybe you want to be a computer animator. Maybe you want to work in automotive repair. Shoot, maybe you want to work in restaurants, a high-end restaurant, and you want to be a chef. Okay. Seek out specifically the types of companies that you want to work for. The next step is then determining which specific companies you want to work for. So say you live, I'm just going to make this up, you live in Cleveland, Ohio, and you want to work in a high-end restaurant. Well, what are the 4- and 5-star restaurants in Cleveland, Ohio? Look those up. The internet's a wonderful thing, and you can find all sorts of information about those restaurants. Some you've probably heard of, some you probably haven't heard of. But when you look them up, get their contact information. Now, in some places, there's just going to be a form to fill out. And, hey, job inquiry or something like that. And that's fine. But what I want to encourage you to do is to pick up the phone and actually make a phone call to these businesses and find out who the person is who is in charge of making a hiring decision. It's real easy to call a phone number and leave a message, fill out a form and hit the send button and then go, whew, got that all squared away. That's what I used to call in the marketing business, hope marketing. You hit the send button or you leave a message and you hope somebody's going to call you back. Instead, I want you to get somebody on the phone and tell them who you are. Hi, my name is Jason Small here, and I'm interested in pursuing a career in the culinary arts. I want to eventually be a chef. Who's the person there that I can talk to who's in charge of those hiring decisions? I'd like to pick their brain about what it takes to work there. And you can call a variety of places using the same talk track. And ultimately what happens is you're going to get somebody's name, James Smith. And James Smith is the person you're going to start interacting with, because the squeaky wheel gets the most grease. But when you have somebody who's got a specific name and an interest, and they're interested in you and you're interested in them, that's a lot different than just giving a faceless resume and a faceless form the OK button by hitting send. Instead, I want you to start applying with intention. So if you're going to give yourself an hour a day, 7 days a week, commit to that and start looking up the types of businesses, the specific businesses, and then the specific person you need to talk to who can help give you guidance or give you an interview and ultimately hire you. That's substantially different than just hitting the apply button. Now, I want to talk to you for a brief moment about looking for a job on the weekend, especially Sundays. Look, I got a lot of mileage out of a Sunday because I don't have other distractions. I don't have a lot of emails coming in and recruiters aren't sifting through things. What you'll find a lot of the time is some new jobs are posted on a Sunday. So you can be an early applicant and come Monday morning, maybe there's somebody there you can talk to. Or if you are going to scroll through a job board and you see ABC restaurant in your community that you want to work for, pick up the phone and call them on Sunday and say, who can I talk to on Monday? Maybe the person's there doing a weekend shift. That's a great opportunity to slide right to the head of the line. So there's a couple of things I want you to take away from this conversation. Number one, I want you to commit to a certain time allowance that you're going to give yourself every day to start looking for a job. Number two, I want you to look up the types of careers that you're interested in. It doesn't have to be just one. You can have a couple. Okay, you can have several. That's okay. Then I want you to look up the places, the specific places you want to work for. Is it a specific restaurant? Is it Pixar animation? Anything in between. And then look up the person who's going to be responsible. When you get somebody on the phone, and that's item number 4, you're going to be able to ask that question. If you're not comfortable, I don't know what to say, use AI as a guide and feed your AI, your favorite AI tool, a prompt. I want to find out who the hiring manager is at a specific company, but I don't know what to ask on the telephone. Please give me some ideas. Most people are not walking into a business or making a phone call. They're sending text messages, they're leaving voicemails, or they are sending an email. A voicemail isn't half bad because that means you at least picked up the phone. But when you have the chance to talk to a live person, like I said, you're suddenly not faceless anymore. You are a real person having a real conversation, a real interaction, and the opportunity for you to fill a role that they have suddenly becomes that much more real. So there you have it, my friends. Some tips on how to make your job search your new part-time job. If you are looking for a new role, or you think you're going to be looking for one in the near future, you are in the right place. Welcome to the 60 Days to Hired Network. If there is somebody you know that is looking for a new role and they are just going through the motions of sending resume after resume and having meaningless interview after meaningless interview, send them a link to this video or the 60 Days to Hired Network. Heck, send them both. And let's all work together to find the jobs that we love and start to earn the salaries that we deserve. The best compliment you could possibly give me is by sharing this content with somebody else. Thanks a lot for joining me today. Next time we get together, we're going to talk about why somebody should hire you, specifically when they have so many other choices. Thanks for joining me tonight. I'll talk to you next time. See ya.